Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians try to escape the horrors of the mists. After the Clockwork Watch was easily dispatched by the citizens of Happy Town, the new Dark Lord was suddenly keen to leave the realm, and the troupe entered a mysterious domain with their trusty bone horse. They were joined by the newly resurrected Dr. Deputy, met a strange creature called the Nilbog, and arrived at a cottage. Del, New Rogue, and Tyler felt uneasy about the cottage and its proprietor, but as night approached, they decided they were safer inside. So Del and Shadow Nemesis fell asleep, New Rogue kept watch, and Tyler found himself in a room with hundreds of porcelain dolls. But aren't these dolls just dolls? I doubt it.
Hello, friends. I just chugged a whole coffee and we did 6 bad presidential impressions in the last 10 seconds. But we are here for Jesters of Ravenloft. Hello to all of you. I've just realized I'm blowing up my entire audio recording. There we go. I turned it up and down a little bit. We're here. We got the whole gang back together for Jesters of Ravenloft. Thank you so much for joining us for this week's recording. We got the crowd back together. I think before we even kick off, though, Adam, because we know you got to show it off. You got to show off the nice tower you made, buddy. It's too cool.
Those of you in the know on the Discord know that Adam has a project that he was working on here, and it is ready to roll. Look at this thing.
Hell yeah.
Adam, just explain for our viewers what it is you've got there.
It is a dice tower, and I made it out of Lego. I made I found like a Lego instructions for a skull online, and then I kind of changed it so it was hollow, and then added a tower, and then I painted it with paint and baking soda to make it all nice and rocky, and then I did some dry brushing. I did some Castle Grayskull-esque spray painting inside. I got some little tiny like crushed rocks for like the dice tray and the surround. I don't know if you can see it. And for like the surrounding area to kind of make it look like volcanic, and then some moss and some little carpet things on the bottom, so I can slide it around on my table.
Damn, dude, you made all of this yourself.
That's amazing.
Pulled out all the stops on this thing.
Well, dice towers are expensive, so I was like, I'll just bring and make one. Like,
that's awesome, dude.
And we will also say to anybody who's out there in chat, if you join the Patreon, we do have Discord channels for like making models, painting stuff, general arts things. We love seeing everybody's progress. So we actually have gotten to see the whole stages of Adam's development from start to finish on this cool dice tower. So if you got something cool you're looking on, it's just $1. $1 gets you in. It's just $1 a month for 1 month, and you're in the Discord forever. It's a great way to support us and a great way to find out what that dice tower looked like before the last round of paint. If you're wondering, the mystery is solvable. All right, I should probably do our recap of what happened last week for everybody. Laura asked me to do a pause so it doesn't get cut off. Here comes the recap.
Ooh.
I like it. Okay. That's got to be enough.
All right, that was long enough. I was going to go until I think Laura said okay, which is because I'm an asshole. All right, I'm going to hide chat so I can keep track of what's going on. Our heroes had successfully defeated Judge Dredd, the Dark Lord of the very first domain that they had set out in, under the instruction of Ezra, the god of the mists, who had sucked them into Ravenloft, thinking Ezra was summoning heroes and accidentally summoning comedians. They had been changed over their journeys and trained up. Guy Bradford died, was brought back as New Rogue with no memories. He renamed himself, became a cleric, dedicating himself to the god of the mists, and his hands and arms to the elbow, and from the knees down are spectral, ghostly limbs that kill anything they touch. Del, trained as a visual, I don't know what side she's on this, so I'm just doing this. It looks like it's me. Del became a bard, studying playing off of her visual gifts with the reality blade, a stylus that lets her draw in the air and carve what she is drawing into reality. Tyler, oh yeah, she hears ghosts now. Tyler, let's throw that as an aside. Welcome to Ravenloft. Tyler has turned green. He has long horns and a pinky he can remove and do magic with. He also has become a blade singer, training under an insane homeless man who kept beating him up until he was accidentally doing magic. Until now, Tyler, whenever he's hit, pretty much knows how to do the magic he wants to do. He also has a giant two-handed greatsword that is of an Aztec variety with massive lizard teeth hammered into its stone frame. And yeah, that may not be what blade singers use in the rules, but I don't give a shit. It's Ravenloft, and I'm the DM, so it's whatever I want it to be, and that was too cool. And then the person I'm circling around to last, Adam, who became Shadow Nemesis, Shadow I think like 3 other names. I legitimately can't remember over his canonical 10 days in Ravenloft. Basically, a new name a day. Was possessed by a symbiote, turning himself into his own much more evil version of Venom meets a Dracula. Mainly evil due to Adam's own choices. And then he got drunk and devolved into an absolute psychopath over these 10 days. He was named the Chosen One, dressed up as RoboCop, started eating people when the village couldn't see, adopted, both took on the role of the Black Knight, one of the villains they had slain, and then murdered a villager who had been converted into one of the skinless, as well as sacrificing the mayor of the town, Werner Herzog. Then he adopted that villager's daughter, who did not know that Adam had murdered her father, and he created an elaborate thing, training her to be an evil villain like himself, which has really bitten him in the ass after she figured out what's going on, and has sworn herself and her apparently very numerous family, based on the number of names that have popped up in the world, that are all out to hunt him down. But having defeated Judge Dredd, the top Dark Lord of the original domain, meant that Adam, Shadow Nemesis, was able to take that crown. His friends tried to convince him to leave. They wanted to convince him to move to the next domain, but he was determined to defeat Shadow Hazel, is of the 3 fucking names that character's had. Shadow Hazel, his former daughter, led the townsfolk in an uprising against him, so he unleashed the Clockwork Watch, which he renamed the Predacons, robotic police officers who were originally the enforcers of the previous Dark Lord. They were slaughtered, and Adam immediately changed his mind and was like, let's get the fuck out of here, and everybody left. It was the longest walk around, but it was great. They have been joined on their journey by a bone horse that they befriended, a skeleton horse named Rumple Foreskin, who can breathe fire, a very close friend with Dell. Apparently, Rumple Foreskin was immune to the magic that had turned everyone in the domain against Shadow Nemesis, because Rumple Foreskin never really liked Shadow Nemesis that much to begin with. Rumple Foreskin was Dell's friend. Yeah. So they have taken a gothic black carriage in the style of what any of us would imagine as an evil vampire's carriage, and they rode through the mists at Ezra's behest to end up in a new land. Along the way, they found a demented goblin named the Nilbog, who gave them a choice. He said, do you want to go to a farm or do you want to go to a cottage? They chose the cottage. Making their way there, they found Amina Savant, a very jaunty, very jovial elvish woman who had a very hobbit-esque cottage. They went in, they had a meal. The only person who ate it was Shadow Nemesis, because it was pretty repellent overall, but it had some fish heads in it, and that was enough brains to make it taste great for him and great for Amina. And the rest of the gang settled down to go to sleep, but with a healthy amount of paranoia. So New Rogue, who does not need to sleep, has agreed to do a close watch, circling the cottage, not traveling too far, being ready to call back as necessary. Rumple Foreskin and a 200-pound boar that Dell summoned to protect Rumple Foreskin were originally going to be outside, but they decided to put them in the living room. Meanwhile, Shadow Nemesis immediately fell asleep after eating the soup. We didn't say this canonically, but I'm going to assume the Dr. Deputy, Anatrix Seraph, the one squire who had died in the original place, which was gifted back to Adam by Ezra, is probably asleep under his bed, as is standard.
Yeah. We'll say yeah.
Nothing. And the last thing to happen in the previous episode was Tyler created his first familiar, a flying celestial bat that he named Ivan, that is going on watch with New Rogue. And Tyler went into the unused bedroom, only to discover that it was filled with hundreds upon hundreds of porcelain dolls. And
Super.
We left off. Mm-hmm. Tyler, you stand inside this bedroom filled with porcelain dolls. Uh-huh. What do you feel/do?
I feel weird. And I leave. If this bedroom has a door, I would like to close the door.
Wonderful. But can you roll me a dex save?
Oh, God. It's not a great number. What's the save modifier? 3. Total of 11.
You back up and try to leave when you feel a sharp pain in your ankle.
Ooh.
And you look down and you see one of the dolls standing, and it's stabbing you in the ankle with a silver needle, and you fall unconscious.
No.
What? See you later, guys. Good night.
What?
Sadly, you
Oh.
did not get to the door in time to head back out of the room. Meanwhile, in the living room, new rogue, you have decided to head out, I guess just outside of the living room, and begin your guarding of the cottage. You have Ivan, which is Tyler's bat familiar, traveling alongside you. Do you have a particular route you're going to do, or are you just circling the cottage? What's your plan?
Yeah, no plan whatsoever. I have no experience at anything like this. So I am literally just going to keep on circling the place and do a wider circle. So I'm like, oh, that's the tree. I remember that tree, and then I'll go a little bit wider. So just constantly just do circles.
Okay, so you're doing circles that keep getting wider?
Exactly. That way, I'm slightly familiar with the location.
With the area. That makes a lot of sense to me. Can you roll me? I would accept survival. Roll me survival.
Okay, here it goes. Natural 20. Modifier 22.
Wow.
Somehow, by random chance, your routes through the woods mean that you do begin to have a natural understanding of the order of things.
Oh my
And what I will say is, with this fucking roll, you of the entire party will be the only person who is unable to get lost in the forest of faces. You will always be able to keep track of north, south, east, and west because of the way the faces on the trees exist and are glancing. So you are doing this search. You do begin to gain an understanding of the woods, of the stars in the sky, and figure these things out for yourself. I'm also going to say, Papa loves him a 20. Give yourself +1 to survival. We're just going to make a note. Just going forwards, you get an additional +1 to survival. You survived real good.
Oh,
So add that to your score.
shit. Okay. Done and done.
What is your passive perception? It'll be on your character sheet. It'll be...
Yeah, my regular perception is just, let me try and find this. Sorry, guys.
I think it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier, so it might just be 10.
Yeah, I just have I have no wisdom perception modifier at all.
Perfect.
So yeah, it's 10.
You are wandering through the woods. You are learning this. You're taking in this space. You're feeling very safe. When you feel a sharp pain in your ankle, and you look down and see a small doll stabbing you in the ankle with a silver needle,
The hell is this?
and you pass out and fall unconscious.
Oh,
An hour later, all four of you wake up inside what seems to you like a large wooden coffin as you were looking around. And each of you looks, this is, to be clear, 20 feet by 20 feet, empty. You can see a small hole up near the top, and there's a large seal that's nearly 8 feet high relative to you. This is very unsettling and very strange. And when you all look around, you see 5 dolls, 5 human-sized porcelain dolls in brightly colored outfits, each of them holding a silver needle, each of them with a confused expression on their face. What do you do? Who actually, roll me initiative. Let's find out that out first, and then we'll decide who gets to do what.
yeah. We're not tied up, right? We're
No, you are not.
We're just in a room with a seal. Got it. Okay.
Correct.
I got 18 total.
16 total.
12 total.
And I'm a 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tallest to smallest. That was great.
Okay. I just got to sort out the other 2 dolls. Just a second.
I don't like these dolls. I don't like this.
And Tyler, can you say 9 like you're an angry kid?
9.
He's 9. No, it gets better. 10's just around the corner.
All right. So
Not fast enough.
the first person to get to act is Shadow Nemesis. Always ready for a new threat with rage burning in your heart. Shadow Nemesis, you look around and see these dolls. What do you do?
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a skill that I got when I leveled up. and I'm going to read it right now because I forgot what it was called. It's called Danger Sense.
Okay.
You gain an uncanny sense of when things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. And I have advantage on dexterity saving throws and on effects you can see, such as traps and spells. So I want to look at these weirdo dolls, and I kind of get like the spider senses things, and I don't really fully understand what's happening yet. And my eyes kind of like narrow into slits, and it's almost like I'm studying them. Do I sense any like malice, any kind of like they're gonna? I know they're holding needles, but like anything like they're gonna like attack me or something.
Say, all right, so there are two things that I want to make clear. One, this isn't how Danger Sense works, but two, I like it, so we're going to allow it. Can you roll me an insight?
Okay. Okay. Oops. Insight.
Danger Sense generally means that just like traps and things like that, you're always kind of prepared for. But I like this little bit of spidey senses figuring out the environment. I will give you advantage on the insight roll because you have Danger Sense.
Advantage.
Just remember, the more you ask me for this, the less advantage you will get.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, if it's advantage, I'm going to use my dice tower.
Ooh.
He's a madman.
There we go. All right. Let's do this. Ooh, all right. 14 total, because my insight is 0.
Yeah.
14 total. Yeah, I think at this point, knowing your friends as well as you do, you look around and you realize that when you look at each of these dolls, there is a facial expression and a way their bodies are sitting that actually remind you of your friends. So you think there are elements of Dell to a doll's position and elements of New Rogue and elements of Tyler. The most strange one is that there's a tiny little hunched over doll that just seems like the Dr. Deputy, just in spirit somehow.
Oh, I don't like this. I get this sense, and my eyes blaze red, and I go, "Oh no, they're gonna turn us into dolls!" and I go into a rage, and I just want to take all 5 out with a swipe, or I could just attack one at a time. Whatever you think. The closest one.
All right. Roll me.
Trust me, they're going to turn us into dolls.
Roll me a D4.
My Nemesense is tingling.
Oh no.
And it produces a 4.
A 4. Okay, you are leaping forwards towards one of these dolls and attacking. Can you roll me an attack?
Okay. To land.
Use your regular weapon stats.
All right.
And you will realize, as you are striking, that you are actually attacking with a silver needle, and you have doll's hands.
No! I rolled a natural 20.
All right. That means you're going to hit Tyler. Tyler,
Cool. Yep.
Would you have a reaction to being attacked by a doll? I will give you this chance.
A natural 20.
That'll hit anyways, but I don't know if you've got something that'll...
No.
All right. Roll your damage, Adam, as though this is a regular two-handed attack.
Well, if it's two-handed, that's a D10 plus 2, right?
Yep.
And it's a crit, so some
Roll it twice.
extra sauce on that.
Oh, all right. Well,
2d10, baby.
I'm gonna use my dice tower. Let's see.
What?
Okay, so that's a total of 9 plus 2, 11.
All right. Tyler, you take 11 damage.
Good Lord.
I am alive.
Wonderful. I was going to say, why, just so the audience knows as well as myself, what is everyone's HP total now that you have leveled up? What do you start with?
What's my total or what's my max?
What's your max now?
My max is 15. My total is 4.
Holy.
All right. New Rogue, what's your new HP total?
Sorry, and this is for our level 3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Level
No,
3.
mine sounds small because it is. Okay. Yours will all be more.
Okay. My HP, not to brag, it's 23.
Nice.
Nice.
Shadow
Not
Nemesis?
to brag.
I'm 29.
29. And then Del?
I'm 21.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Majestic. So Tyler, you are viciously struck with a needle by one of these monsters. But the next, did you say anything when you were attacking?
I was yelling out that they're going to turn us into
trust
dolls.
me at one point. Yeah.
I said I used my Nemesense and then I attacked them.
So you've all heard Shadow a marionette scream with Shadow Nemesis's voice only. For everyone else, the voice doesn't sound like Shadow Nemesis's normal voice because it's coming out of a puppet. Adam, can you repeat that line, but in your marionette puppet voice?
Jesus. They're trying to turn us into dolls. I trust my nemesis.
So that's what you all hear. Up next, New Rogue.
Hi. Wait, just so I'm on the same page here. We're not doll-sized. Only Adam is doll-sized, but there are dolls that remind us of ourselves that are right before us, and there's a huge
So
deal.
to paint, do you know what? I'm gonna step outside and explain exactly what's going on.
Draw
and then
back
we
the
can role play
curtain for
because
us?
I trust you all. You are all dolls in a box, but for all of you, you've woken up. You see a bunch of other dolls, and because the world is scaled to your body size, it seems like you're in a giant coffin.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So you wake up not knowing that.
Yeah.
What
Everything is.
Oh, so it's not me. I'm not there. I'm a doll. We're all dolls.
This was not meant to be a puzzle.
My first thought was,
What a twist.
oh my God, trying to make sense of this, like, all of these things. I just have a sense of all of us being these dolls myself. So if one of us was hit by somebody, the doll that looked like us, we would do damage to ourselves. So I am basically a little freaked out, a little creeped out. I'm going to try and get myself out of this box, though.
Great. So when you look at the walls, you can see that there is a lip traveling around the entire wooden box that's about 7-8 feet high. And there is a hole that you feel like you could fit almost an arm through that is slightly above that lip on one side.
And that's 7 to 8 feet high to get to the hole?
Yes.
Okay.
So 7 feet to the lip, 8 feet to the hole.
What I am going to do then is... we're in tight quarters. I don't want to touch anybody. I still have my wand of unmoving. Do I not?
You look at your hands, and they're not ghost hands. They're doll hands.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my God. I have regular hands. They're not see-through little ghost
Improvement for
hands.
New Rogue.
But
Oh my God. Okay.
But
Guys.
when you
Yeah.
talk aloud, it
Uh-huh.
doesn't sound like your normal voice because you're a puppet and a doll now. So what does your doll voice sound like? Because we all have to use those now.
Jesus.
Hey guys, my hands. You can touch other people now. I was wondering, guys, I think I need to crawl up. It's about 7 to 8 feet high, and I need to put my little hand out through the holy hole. Could I get on the back of somebody? Tyler? Del?
This is going to be the longest episode arc in the world.
Yeah, do the hands, everyone.
New Rogue, you are calling out to the rest of the group in your doll voice. But this is a high stakes moment, and you suddenly from the mists receive a pop culture reference that helps you place this scenario and make sense of it for you. What is that?
I just think of the movie Dolls by Stuart Gordon from 1988, where everybody's turned into dolls. That's it. That's the reference. It's very apropos.
Wonderful. And you were trying to explain this scenario to the rest of the group. You're calling out to them, but this is a very foreign voice, and you can feel the importance of this moment as a small amount of mist swirls up from beneath you.
Oh,
Can you roll me a d6?
okay.
I can hear Kristen laughing downstairs.
4.
Ooh.
4. Everyone hears you, and everyone realizes what has happened. You all have this brief moment of shock. Then looking down and realizing you are dolls, you realize that everyone else must have become dolls. And that is when the rest of you look at the doll in the corner that is not any of you, the extra doll, who raises their hand and says, I don't know who you are, but I'm Amina Savant. This is my house. And the fucking dolls put me in this box. I don't know how to get out.
Well, that's what happened to us too, Mina. You gotta get us the fuck out of here. I saw a hole up there, but I need to climb on top of somebody's back right quick. I don't like being small.
Okay, but who are you? I need to know everybody's name, so this gets less creepy.
I'm New Rogue.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
I'm gonna let everyone else do their doll voice.
Oh, great.
Let's see. I'll get up and kind of dust myself off, having like a dislocated a wooden socket that I need to wrench my arm back into after being hit so hard, and then shaking my little wooden head, I'll say, "My name's Tyler."
It's nice to meet you. And you?
Oh boy, puppet style. All right, I'll be like wiggly doll arms. Just I'm Dill.
Yeah.
I am the Dread Lord Shadow Nemesis. Who does this to me? They shall suffer.
And I'm the Dr. Deputy.
Sounds the same.
Yeah, Dr. Deputy was already kind of small and weird. So Dr. Deputy, it's infuriating for everyone else, is basically unaffected.
Lady, why are we dolls?
Well, I'm guessing the evil dolls, so I liked dolls. I really did, and I bought a bunch of dolls, and it felt like it was helping me here. I was a little lonely, and I have an elaborate house. And then it turned out that a couple of the ones that I bought seemed to have been cursed. So if they stab you with their needle, then they can take your body, and they threw me in this fucking box. I'm guessing they wanted more bodies, so ta-da, you're dolls.
I don't remember being stabbed.
Well, I don't really know what to say to that. What happened to you? Does anybody get stabbed? You had to have been.
Yeah, I got stabbed.
All right, so one guy got stabbed.
I got stabbed in the ankle. That's
I also got stabbed in the ankle.
That makes sense. The dolls are short. Where were you two?
Well, I was just sleeping, a peaceful sleep. And then, I don't know, I think I felt a little something, but it could have just been a dream.
Oh, well, yeah, they probably stabbed you while you were sleeping then. That's pretty easy.
Cowards!
Yeah,
Okay.
that probably was a sleep stab.
Yeah, so
So there's an elf in the house that we met who said her name was Mina Savant. Is that your body being controlled by a doll?
Exactly. It's probably one of those fucking dolls stealing my identity. Identity theft is not a joke.
No one here thinks it is.
That's good. I felt like you were all going to start laughing, and it's not clear with your puppet faces.
No, I'm just terrified. Apologies for the silence. It's very awkward sometimes. Look, do you know any way to get out of here outside the little hole up 7 feet?
I haven't been tall enough to be able to reach that alone, so we could try something now that there's more of us.
Let's do a doll pyramid.
Okay.
Okay.
Tyler, you're very hurt, though. I feel like I should heal you up.
Do I feel pain in my doll body?
You feel pain that would be comparable to your real pain. And as all of you kind of check your pockets and feel what's going on, you realize you have a magical needle. That is the only thing that you are all carrying outside of your doll clothes. You don't have access to any of your various tools or other items. You do, however, for those of you who are magic users, feel access to your magic. You feel like you will be able to use your regular abilities at this current scale in this current body as you move forwards. Can you all roll me perception?
It's a 12. 12.
14.
I got a 5.
I rolled a 22.
All right, Tyler, you are the most observant of the group, and you see that there are small amounts of mist settling in the corners of these rooms. Two of the corners, the mist has risen up and then pulled back, and we see that there are items in these two corners that were not there before.
Ooh.
As you look to, let's just say, the southeast corner, we'll say the north is the hole up at the top of the box. You see a small metal jug wrapped in netting that seems like it could be carried under an arm or slung over a shoulder. And in the opposite corner, you see a small knotted wooden wand with a gold cap.
I'll walk over to both corners, pick each thing up, and kind of bring it back to the group and say, look what I found. These items weren't here before. The mist produced them.
Hail Ezra.
Hey, what's that shiny thing you got there? Is that a wand?
Yeah, there's a wooden wand here and this jug. Holding the jug, is there a liquid in it or a gas or something solid?
What do you think might be inside it? Is there a specific thing you're hoping for or a specific thing you're thinking about as you check it?
I don't know about hoping, more assuming. I think of a jug as holding a beverage.
Okay, so can you roll me a D6?
D6. 4.
As you open up the jug, you see that it is filled with water, just fresh, clean water. And it begins to overflow out the top until you nearly have 2 gallons of water pouring out of this jug.
Can I stop it? Can I just put the stopper back in?
You can put the lid back on it. That's fine.
Okay. Does that stop the water from flowing?
Yep. Stops it. It's just a jug full of a liquid now.
And now we're all wet.
Is this a wooden box or is this like a cardboard box?
This is a wooden box. I will say, if you are all looking at this jug, can you all roll me an Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
That's a 4.
18.
2.
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on. Never mind. Oh, that's much better. It's a 10.
I rolled a 9.
All right, so 3 of you are completely perplexed by this. But, Del, as you take a look at this item, during your training, quote-unquote training with Rupert Darlin, you did have access to a number of texts that you could just flip through when he kind of wasn't paying attention. He had a large library. He would take like half-hour bathroom breaks. You kind of had to fill your own time. You have heard of alchemy jugs. These are jugs that will let you create up to 2 gallons per minute of a liquid you want to create out of the jug.
Ooh.
And there are a couple of options. You've got acid, poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, water, both salt or fresh, and wine.
Ooh.
However, when you look at this jug, you feel like there is something off about its design. Traditionally, these jugs aren't made of metal. This is clearly somebody's kind of homemade project. It seems like there's probably going to be something different about this one, but you're not sure.
Mm.
If you're going to use the jug, just to lay this out, you can use an action and name one of those liquids to cause it to produce the chosen liquid. The maximum amount it can make depends on the liquid that you named.
Gotcha. I really read about one of these in a book, back at the other place. Man, I hate this voice. This is terrible, but you can name a liquid and then it'll come out of it. I think mayo is one of them. I don't even know if that counts as a liquid, but according to this thing, it does, I guess.
Mayo's very wet. It's definitely
Ew.
liquid. What?
Are eggs a liquid? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, some of the stuff that's around an egg is kind of liquidy.
I guess.
I
it's kind of-
guess.
if you
Yeah.
whip it enough, it's a liquid.
That's the spirit, Adam.
Hey,
All
can
right,
I
so
see
what
that
about
wand?
this? I hold up the wand.
I want. Give me the wand. I want to see it. My Nemesenses are tingling. I feel I can attune to this power.
What are your Nemesenses? What is that?
Ooh, I was able to use my senses to determine that we were going to be turned into dolls, and then we were.
You
Why
hit
didn't you
me.
tell us?
Oh, right.
You
Well,
hit
sorry.
me really hard.
Right. I thought, well, I'm still getting used to my Nemesenses. I feel, sorry. Give me the wand, please.
I don't know about that, Adam.
Adam, you need to
Shadow
walk the path.
Nemesis?
You need to walk the path of light. That's what you need to do.
Okay, well, let me make it up to everybody by getting the wand and using magic to get us out of here.
I let me see the wand first. I want to check this wand.
Right, you have the wand in your hand. So
Okay, well
you
then-
can tell, I would say roll me an Arcana. Let's see what you can tell.
Oh, fuck me. Rolling 8s all night long. Arcana, so that's a 13.
13. You can tell that this is a magic wand. You're not sure what spell it will cast, but you can also tell that it will not be useful by a non-magic user. So the barbarian, sadly, will not be able to use the power of this wand.
I don't know exactly what this thing does yet, but it's not for people who don't use magic.
Good
Here,
thing I'm
Del, why don't
magical
you
then.
try?
Hey,
All right, I guess with two like, doll hands on this thing.
Yep, you take it with your doll hands. What are you going to do with it?
Gonna do a little woo, swoosh.
Great. What are you aiming it towards?
The wall.
Okay, you're aiming it towards the wall. Can you roll me a D100?
Whoa.
God, I hate that.
Christ.
Guy, are your cats okay?
It's an 18.
That's the sound of my stomach when I'm my tiny little stomach. Sounds
Okay.
like
It has like a cute little voice too.
That was 18?
Mm-hmm.
Out of the wand pours a line of strong wind. Would originally be 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasting from you towards that wall, only it is stopped early. Each creature that starts its turn in the line, can you, because it's 10 feet wide, can New Rogue, Shadow Nemesis, Tyler, I need dex saves from all of you, DC 15.
Danger sense. Danger sense.
Yes, so that applies to this. So you would have advantage on this.
Yes.
What is it? I'm scared.
Oh.
I'm scared.
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
All right, what did everybody else get?
It's with the booster. It's a 14.
I rolled a natural 1. I have 4 HP. Bye.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you're not the only one to roll a natural 1. So
Oh no! Why?
all right. So you're pushed 15 feet away. Del, can you roll me a D4?
Okay.
Yep, roll a D4 and roll it twice.
That's a 3 and a 1, so it's 4.
Great. So, Tyler, you are hurled 15 feet back and into the wall of the box. You take 4 HP in damage and drop to 0.
Oh my god! No.
Can you roll 2d4 for me, Del?
I just clatter to the floor. Does my body come apart in like a fun I'm made of doll kind of way?
You can set
3.
a 4 and a 3. Okay. So Tyler, yeah, your body is clattering. All your limbs are extended. It's fully relaxed and they're like moving further away, but you're not fully dead, so they're not detached.
Okay.
The doctor deputy is hurled back 15 feet and takes 7 HP. So
No.
you hear a few of the limbs just creak and crack as they go. And can you roll me 2d4 again, Del?
Tyler, no.
4. 8.
Wow.
And Amina Savant, innocent elf trapped in a marionette's body, is hurled across the room, hits the wall, and her marionette explodes into 1,000 pieces.
Mana!
Commercial break.
No!
This gust of wind has knocked Tyler unconscious and dealt a great deal of damage, injured the doctor deputy inside a doll body, and killed the doll body of Amina Savant. Del, what do you do?
Oh shit! Can I use magic? I guess I'm gonna try to cast magic on Tyler.
Yes, you can use magic. You have access to all of your magical abilities that you normally have. Or you could try the wand.
No, I'm putting this thing back down. I put it on the floor, and then I'm gonna try to cast magic on Tyler.
Awesome. All right. Yep. Let's. What spell are you casting?
All right, I'm casting Healing Word on Tyler.
And what do you need to roll? Is there anything you need to do, or does it just happen?
It just happens. As long as a creature I can see within range.
Great. Knowing that it's a healing word, what do you yell in your doll voice that heals Tyler?
That was really not what I meant to have happen. I'm sorry.
Great. How much healing do you do?
4. Give me 4 back.
I'm back up to 4, baby.
Tyler, your limbs clack back together. You're still damaged, but you are able to rise to your feet once again.
Oh.
What happened? What does the wand do?
It made a lot of wind. I don't know.
You got dusted all the way back to the wall, baby.
Oh. Hey, where's Mina?
Mina's over there.
You look down and see shattered doll parts spread liberally over the wall of the box beside you. I mean, the floor next to the wall. But
what happened?
It was an accident.
Del, I don't think you should have this wand in your possession. Clearly, you have alternative motives. I think you should give it to me.
I think I'm gonna give it to New Rogue, and I give you the wand.
Hey!
You're giving this to me?
That's yours now. I am never touching that again.
Oh, thank you, praise be. Okay, well, I'm going to use this with as much responsibility as Ezra, the big easy up in the sky, would want. Now, I think all of us are still a little bit hurt, so I want to make sure we're all up into tip-top shape. So I'm going to use a special spell. I've leveled up, so...
Ezra made you more powerful.
Now, I have a question, though.
Actually, for the Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Do we count as constructs?
Yes, you do.
Fuck.
Well, I guess I can't do that then.
I will let, if it's one of your religious abilities that requires it to be non-constructs, you won't be able to use that. But if you wanted to use Cure Wounds or any of the other spells, if it specifies non-construct, I will allow it on constructs.
I will have to find.
Or roll me an Arcana. Let's or actually for you, Insight. Let's get a Wisdom on this.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh gosh. Okay. Insight. That is a 9.
Yeah, you're not a very experienced cleric, so for you, nope, fuck it. Your constructs, your religious stuff won't work, but your regular magic will.
Well, I'm wondering, when we were transmorgified in whatever into these doll creatures, do we have any like miniature versions of anything from our previous, big boy bodies? Like,
no.
Okay. Question the third. Now I have this thing called Channel Divinity, but I require my holy symbol, my Zordon thing.
What are you trying to do with Channel Divinity?
I would very much like to heal the badly injured. Use my let's see. Yeah, I would just like to. I can choose any creatures within 30 feet and just heal everybody in an aura of healing energy.
Then let's go for it.
Okay.
I would say you don't have a traditional, religious symbol, but you could carve one on the wall. How do you want to improvise it?
I would actually like to ask Dell if she could just carve on my hand, or with the artistic ability, just carve into my little hands my Zordon, if she could. Maybe just use the wand itself. I hand it back to her and I put my hand down. I'm like, do it. Fucking carve the shit out of my hand.
It's a wooden wand?
With a gold tip, yeah.
Yeah, the gold will cut into the hand. make my sword on. I
We
must
have needles.
Yeah,
No,
holding
A
up.
more traditional tattoo implement.
It has to be magic.
Well, I'll do it. This is you asked me to do it, so we're doing it. Okay. Gonna try to carve on his
With the
little
with the
wooden
wand,
arm.
with the gold
With the
tip.
wand.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you roll me a? Oh God. Roll me an Arcana.
It's gonna be the best tattoo
It's an
ever.
18.
Yeah.
Ooh.
18. You managed to loosely scratch the lacquer of the arm to show the symbol of your choosing. What symbol is it? Like, what do you draw?
Wait, well, didn't what was New Rogue's back tattoo?
New Rogue's back tattoo was the Terminator 2 poster.
Yeah, it's like a sort of chibi stick figure Terminator 2
Right.
head.
But my prayer symbol is like is a blue face and an eye of silver. But because we can't
I
do
know
that,
colors.
you just carve a face into
I
an
mean, it's a
eye.
face with the one big eye.
You got to
because it's a
talk in doll
Terminator.
voice. You can't argue in human voices.
Just carve a blue face of what Ezra looks like.
This is just a pointy thing. It's not. I can't make colors.
You have the color inside of you. I believe you, and I believe in your talent. So does Ezra.
Now it's just scratching more shading around the outside. It's just, this is all.
Yay!
I don't know.
This means so much to me, and it will mean a whole bunch to Dr. Deputy, Tyler, and everybody in here.
And there is a pop culture reference that comes to you, New Rogue, that helps you contextualize this moment. What is it?
Is it just like dolls again? 1988 film dolls.
This will just be I it's a beautiful moment. We're trapped in a box. I have God in my hand. And people are getting back on their feet, and I feel like we could just get transported far away to a lovely place. I'm just thinking of the wonderful music of Vanessa Carlton and 1,000 Miles. So it's just like making my way downtown, walking fast, moving fast, and I'm homebound. And then I just cast my preserve life, and I present my symbol, and it's like I'm on a little piano, and I'm just getting obnoxious in people's faces. If I could fall into the sky, do it, Ezra. And
Is this the magic right now?
yeah, and then I evoke a healing energy that restores a number of hit points equal to 5 times my cleric level. So what the fuck does that
You're a
mean?
level 3 cleric, so that'll be 15 hit points.
15! 15! So I cast 15 on everybody within here.
I think you get 15 total.
Oh, right. I
So
can
how
dole
do you
them
wanna
out.
divvy 'em out?
So Tyler is the most hurt. So I'm
Correct.
going to give him. What did he get up to?
You give him
got up
11,
to-
he goes back to full health.
He's 11. Okay, and then Dr. Deputy, I give him.
Remaining 4.
I'll give him 4. Everybody else is still pretty healed, right? Yeah.
Yep, no one else.
I
is
wasn't
taking
touched. Yeah.
Mm.
I did it. No, actually, we did it. Praise Ezra.
Wow.
Somehow,
Thank you, New Rogue.
your little lacquered hand tattoo gives you a wink. It could just be that you're insane, but hey, it's the world we live in.
If I could fall in the sky.
You are all healed up as much as possible for all of you, most of the way for the Dr. Deputy. What is your next step? You now have a collection of doll parts. You have a wand, which is in the possession of New Rogue, and you have a jug that can make various liquids currently in the possession of Tyler.
I was holding it last, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I was blasted across the room, so maybe I dropped it.
It's on the floor. Let's say that. It's right in the middle, so anybody can claim the jug currently.
Yeah. Weren't you all going to do too many prime ministers again and get us out of the box?
Oh, right. We were going to do the little pyramid, right?
Yeah, I'm
Doll
fine with
pyramid.
continuing to do that, but I don't mean to sound ungrateful, New Rogue, but is there anything you can do for Mina here?
Well, I
While
don't
you
know.
guys,
She's kind
while
of
you guys were,
exploded.
While you were talking, and healing, I was mad because you didn't give me the wand. So I went over to her body and what's like, is it a stuffed doll body or like wood?
It's like a wooden style marionette doll body. So you can see that there are strings that have held the joints together internally. You feel like with the magic in place, they function far more like bodies than they ever would naturally. And a porcelain head, though hers is broken in half. So you kind of have a Phantom of the Opera mask portion and the rest of the face portion. There are clothes. You are all in like frilly doll dresses. They are just like, they've got some fun floral patterns on them. They're very simple, clearly hand spun, handmade. The bodies were wooden, the head was porcelain, and her needle has also clattered to the ground.
Okay, so let's all flash back to episode 1 when I gained a proficiency in tinkering. So I want to use the body parts to kind of create some sort of like mace, like that you can swing around like a weapon. So I want to have like an arm and use like all the strings from like the shirt and like the keeping everything together, and have like the porcelain head is like what you swing around because it's all shattered now, so it could be like sharp. And at the base of it, I want to attach her needle so I can kind of have like a double-sided weapon.
Okay, can you roll me a sleight of hand to try to construct a weapon out of the corpse of someone your party murdered?
Sleight of hand. I didn't even murder anybody this time. See? All right, sleight of hand. Let's see. Well, that is a 11.
11. You could pick up any of the body parts and hit stuff with it, but these are not going together for you.
All right, maybe I'll just steal her poker there, and so I'll have 2 pokers.
Okay, so you're gonna take her needle. All right, yep, you've got 2 needles.
Yeah, I fail, and I'm like, fuck it, and then I just like pick up the other one. Like, haha.
Alrighty. You have claimed the second needle. The rest of you, while Shadow Nemesis went off to try to construct a weapon, I believe you were doing the Too Many Prime Ministers pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to the top of the pyramid to examine the hole?
I think that should be Dell.
Are we all the same scale now?
Yes, you are all exactly the same height.
Okay, it doesn't matter then. So yeah, sure. If that's where you're usually at, Dell.
I guess that's true. Okay.
Yay! And then I get down on my knees. I just squat, and I'm like, get on my back, Tyler.
I'm the base too. Like, all right, come on.
Yay!
Get on here.
I climb up and I say, "Oh, okay, Dell, your turn now. Come on up."
These doll limbs. Okay. I'm scrambling up to try and get on the top and see.
Yep, I'm going to say that you managed to pull this off. You've got enough time where even if you failed, you get up there. So you have your needle. You're looking into the hole. Can you roll me an investigation?
All right. It's only an 8.
Only an 8. You were looking into this hole and seeing... Sorry. You were looking into this hole and seeing a collection of tumblers and gears and other things, and you realize you were looking into a keyhole.
And it's not an open hole. It's like it's we probably need a key. Looks like it's maybe locked. Can I just stick my arms up in there?
Absolutely. Feel around. Can you roll me a sleight of hand?
Sure. Oh God, it's a 6. This is not going well for me.
You are feeling around in there, and you do not have a great sense of feeling through your wooden hand.
Yeah, these hands suck. Anyone else want to try? We can change the pyramid.
Ooh.
We're all the same size.
When I was a drug dealer, I had to pick locks all the time. So why don't I give it a shot?
All right, Shadow Nemesis, I'll swap with you.
All right.
All right, you swap. Shadow Nemesis, you're now at the top, and you have 2 needles, which you can use for the purpose of this lock picking. For other people, I would say it would be more dexterity based, but now that we know your drug dealing experience includes lock picking, and now you're able to see inside the lock, something you've never been able to do before, it's just a question of, do you have enough doll strength to be able to do this job? So can you roll me an athletics check?
An athletics. All right. I think this calls for Dice Tower. let's see. Total of 13.
13. You try and you get those needles in there, and it takes you long enough, but who gives a shit? Your doll's in a box. You can take as long as you need. So it's embarrassing how long it takes. Everyone else is embarrassed, but that is the moment when the lock clicks and the lid just flies up and you realize it was spring-loaded to open, and you are all inside the living room of Amina Savant's cottage that you had seen before. Only you realize as you look out upon this new vista that you are all only 6 inches tall. And you look down, Shadow Nemesis, and see all the bones of a bone horse scattered across the floor.
Oh, no.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Mithrian, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Diovassis, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, Gus Schreider, Drama, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.